On January 6th of 2021, you had tens of thousands of people peacefully protesting, and yet the corporate media and Democrats slander them with the made-up term insurrectionist.
Republican Senator Ted Cruz is, of course, revising history. This is what he does. Revisionist history is a specialty for Republicans. But this time, he was specifically slamming pro-choice advocates as they were protesting in front of the homes of Supreme Court justices Brett Kavanaugh and John Roberts. Now, this follows the leak of the draft opinion indicating that the Supreme Court is poised to reverse Roe v. Wade. And so Cruz took the opportunity to call them violent and unruly while stating that January 6th insurrectionists were very peaceful as they were storming the Capitol. Unfortunately for him, though, the lies were perfectly depicted in a video that was put together by a progressive group known as Midas Touch. Let's watch.
On January 6th of 2021, you had tens of thousands of people peacefully protesting, and yet the corporate media and Democrats slander them with the made-up term insurrectionist.
Terrorists assaulting police officers, tragically murdering a police officer. We see a violent assault on the Capitol. We see terrorists breaking onto the floor of the Senate chamber and the floor of the House.
We're approaching a solemn anniversary this week, and it is an anniversary of a violent terrorist attack on the Capitol. And yet, in this instance, they are not willing to call off their goons even now.
This is another teachable moment, in my opinion. It shows the difference between Democrats and Republicans. Because if you don't fall in line with mainstream Republicans, they'll beat you down until you do. Like to the point where he's not condemning what happened on January 6th anymore. He's pretending like it was a totally peaceful situation and everything was great. It is incredible stuff.
I just want to be clear. There was absolutely no violence in front of the Supreme Court justices' homes. You know me, I've said this 100 times. I don't like the protests in front of homes. I think it hits a little too close to home, right? Like I'm worried that things are going to devolve, but we should be clearer. They were vigils. There was no violence at all. Whereas on January 6th, there was overwhelming violence. So look, guys, it's not partisanship. It's actually factual to say that Republicans are liars. They keep telling you January 6th was no big deal. A number of Republicans in Congress have said they were just tourists, they were visiting, it was no big deal. They're political prisoners, they're heroes, etc. You've seen the videos hundreds of times with your own eyes, and you heard the chant of hanging Mike Pence. And they say that was civil and great, and a vigil in front of somebody's house was violent goons terrorizing the poor elites. So they're just notorious liars.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And it's just amazing how quickly Democrats will fall in line with the fear mongering that's spouted by the GOP in regard to these demonstrators, right? You have the Senate, which is notorious for never having the ability to pass anything thanks to the legislative filibuster, passing specific protections for Supreme Court justices and their immediate family members as a result of a couple dozen people demonstrating in front of Brett Kavanaugh's home. Like it is amazing, right? Unanimous.
And by the way,
in favor of that.
And there are people on the right and left, mainly on the right, but Tim Pool claims there's people on the left who are swatting him. Swatting is sending a SWAT team, and it could actually get you killed. It's super dangerous things that happen in people's homes all the time. Congress couldn't give a rat's ass because nobody, whether it's Tim Pool on the right or anyone on the left, and I know people and they don't want their names out there that have been swatted on the left, tons of them all the time, okay? Congress doesn't care, you're not part of the elites. The minute it's part of the elites, they're like 100-0. Oh my God, did you know people are coming to people's homes? I've never heard of this. Oh my God, the elites. 100-0. They swung into action instantly.